the coolest one that I thought was going to be, which we like competition against each other, is the Trackmania to consoles update. They're going to bring the new Trackmania game to consoles, which I thought was fun because we had a nice little fun with the Trackmania game.
Yeah, I stopped playing it because no one beat my records anymore. So I was just like, what's the point of continuing?
Yeah, but I'm hoping it's more of that.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Technical difficulties with FP&L. My lighting power just kind of went out. It's fine. Simple blip. Life happens.
A little professionalism, Tony.
I know. I'm sorry. The CEO should have better electricity coming to his house, right? Like, shit's just fucked out here.
So you got FPL. I would have thought you had Lake Worth Utilities.
No, I do have Lake Worth Utilities.
Yeah, because I was going to say Lake Worth Utilities sucks. And so when that happened, I was like, all right, it makes sense. You said FPL. I'm like, that's rare.
Yeah.
I remember Ray, we got hit with the hurricanes in 04, 05. We got hit with 4 hurricanes. We didn't have electricity for like 2 months. We were just playing football outside and the inches of water falling on tree bark and hurting ourselves and all types of shit. And Ray had power throughout the whole thing because of FPL. And all of us in Lake Worth, we didn't have power for like a month. It sucked. The military went out there. They were giving everybody supplies, water, ice, all types of shit. It sucked.
I must say, I found a new love for high school or school cafeteria food throughout that time. Like, I fell in love with the little cheeseburgers, double cheeseburgers they were giving out, little choco milks, the little chocolate milks in the cartons. I was like, damn, I never ate any of this shit in school because I just bought the pizza and the fucking burritos. But I was like, yeah, I kind of like this shit. Hard times.
Doughy doesn't.
Doughy, you're on mute. Also, ladies and gentlemen, with the electricity going out, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Share, like, we're on those social media platforms. All right. But I definitely do want to get into this video game announcement drops. It was pretty big. We had Nintendo Direct. We had the State of Play. Even Ubisoft came into the mix too.
Yeah, it was Ubisoft Forward.
Ubisoft Forward.
Yeah.
I apologize for the Ubisoft fans out there. Might try to hang me up.
All 12 of them. Actually, Ubisoft got a ton of motherfuckers. They're pumping out the same shit nonstop. They got to be getting crazy sales. Like,
yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's get into it. Let's just start off with Ubisoft. Actually, Forward. Man, they announced another Assassin's Creed game. I don't know if you guys. Why?
Shit is so I don't get it. They didn't announce one. They announced like 5. Yeah. And it made me sick to my fucking stomach.
You know though, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, is that the Greek one? That one was good, man. That one was good. Actually pretty damn solid. So I'm not excited for these. I'm not gonna get like super hyped up, but I mean 2 of the environments they're gonna do are cool as hell. Japan and Baghdad. 9th century Baghdad, that looks badass.
Yeah, that 9th century Baghdad is going to feel like a callback to the first Assassin's Creed game, which I can't remember at what time period it took place in, but it was, I don't remember even what country, but it was like Middle Eastern. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I remember in one of the cities you go to, I think you go to Jerusalem. I think it's like one of the last cities.
I believe so.
Yeah, it was dope. So I think that'd be cool. And one exciting thing about it is, while Odyssey was good, and I recently played Valhalla, which is like a Viking game, also cool. Way too fucking long. You could put 200 hours into these games, and like that'd be you trying to 100% the game. But if you were gonna do all the side quests and everything, you could do easily over 100 hours. It's just too much content. Like they said they're gonna shrink back and they're gonna cut down and make a smaller experiences, which I'm actually hyped for because I think like there's interesting things in these games. They're just way too big to keep that enjoyment throughout. It just gets really dull towards the end.
Yeah, especially when like a lot of the quests are like just recycled quest lines and quest gameplay types and things like that. I don't want to collect a bunch of collectibles. I'm fucking tired of collecting collectibles. I've been collecting collectibles for like 30 years of my life now in games. I'm tired of it.
I remember I didn't beat the first game because I got so tired of the cycle. By the last city, I was done. I'm like, I don't want to walk in these fucking stupid little priest things. I don't want to eavesdrop on anybody. I'm not trying to do any of this bullshit.
And the first game was particularly repetitive. Bad. It was really bad.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it was a success. They did so much new stuff in those games that I think that let them ride a success. And the Ezio trilogy was actually, namely the first 2 games, I thought were really good.
Yeah. Definitely repetitive, though. Like, every assassination was the same. It's like, oh, you got to eavesdrop to figure out where he's going to be. Then you got to track him from the rooftops. And then you got to go down and kill him. And then you got to fight his guards or whatever it boiled down to.
I did like the multiplayer, though, for Assassin's Creed, though. The multiplayer was quite fun. Like, you get to, like, that's like pretty much assassinate other players. I found that shit pretty dope.
Yeah, it was cool. What else are you guys excited about in the Ubisoft? Like, let's not talk about all the announcements. Let's talk about the things that were exciting.
They're doing a live action adaptation, apparently, of Assassin's Creed, and I think that could be cool. We were just talking about how those video game shows have been kind of hitting.
Yeah,
this could be cool.
And they made a bad Assassin's Creed movie. I think that was right. Isn't that already exist?
I think so.
Yes.
I didn't
And
like
there was
that
a white
movie,
man as a Middle Eastern man, I believe.
No, that's not
They
surprising.
remade. I thought the movie they made was like the first Assassin's Creed story, which took place in the Middle East. I didn't watch it. I just heard horrible things about it.
Yeah.
So
Same.
I'm judging. I'm judging off of other people's judgments.
I'm pretty hyped for Skull and Bones, to be honest. That looks really good.
I forgot about that one, honestly.
Yeah, I'm hyped for, like you said, they're making the Netflix adaptation, and I got bummed out because I saw Valiant Hearts was like in that same announcement, and it's not clear if they're making a mobile game of Valiant Hearts or if they're gonna make some live action adaptation. Because if they do a live action adaptation, that'd be cool. Because Valiant Hearts was like this weird World War I kind of story where you get to play, I think, as a German, an American, and a Brit. And it just shows you like the different perspectives in that war and how even if the Germans are the bad guys, they were good people and things. It's complicated, you know. I thought that was cool.
That game was fantastic. That was
really good.
Supposed to be my first platinum, and then I did everything in that game, and I finally looked at the trophy list, and it's like, this game is gold only, and there's no platinum trophy for this game.
Very disappointing when you see that.
I thought all games automatically came with the plat.
Nah, this is
Crazy.
even now. There's still games that just have gold trophies, which sucks, but it's really rare. Back in the day, it was all the time. Now, almost every game has a platinum, and you got to be a particularly small game not to have a platinum. But it's really up to the developer. There's games that come out that are just for platinum whores. That it's like, oh, play this game for an hour and you'll get a platinum trophy. I bought some of those games by accident before because it looked interesting and it turned out to be ultra shallow. It sucked.
The man just over there trying to stack up plats.
got the plats though. Nah, I wasn't trying to do that. Mythic Quest Season 3. I don't know how this has anything to do with Ubisoft. Is Ubisoft bankrolling the show or something?
I have no idea, dude.
But yeah, I like the first season a lot. I haven't gotten to the second one, so I'm kind of hyped that they're continuing.
I need to check it out. It's on Apple, whatever, right?
Yeah, Apple TV.
I think it's Apple TV.
Yeah,
I'm more.
and when you get Apple TV, you got to watch Severance. That show's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Severance is good.
Yeah, it's so fucking good. It's this weird thing where the guy's mind gets split, so he has one brain. He has like one consciousness outside of work. When he goes into work, he doesn't know his outside self. So then he's like two completely different people. One guy at work, one guy out of work. And they're both trying to figure out what the fuck's going on in the opposite ends of their worlds. And they're trying to get out. The other guy's trying to figure out what's going on in. And it's pretty crazy.
That's rad. I like that concept.
I don't understand what more the Division can offer. Like Heartland, like what the fuck, bro?
I didn't know Division 2 was still getting updates. You know what that makes me want to do, though? It makes me want to fire up the fucking Division 2, though, and bust out some missions.
I love the Division. I love them. I love that game. So, yeah, I didn't even know. This is going to be a free-to-play. So it should be good.
Reinstall it right now, dude. You just say the word.
I have it on the PlayStation.
Is there not crossplay?
I don't think so.
Oh, shit.
yeah, he's still a PC guy over here. But no, yeah, Skull and Bones, bro. That shit... it's a little bit RPG. Well, it's definitely RPG. It's a pirate thing. So I was like, when Assassin's Creed touched a little, when they did that one game with the pirates and shit, I found it interesting. Never really got to get really into it, but I think this might be dope. This kind of also falls around like the One Piece thing because I've been watching One Piece now. So pirates and shit. I'm kind of into this zone now, but it looks interesting.
I hope it's good. I tried that pirate game with Mateo and I thought it was okay.
Sea of Thieves?
Which one?
Yeah, was it Sea of Thieves that I played? I can't remember.
I don't know. We've played a handful. Didn't we play Black Wake too, which is kind of like competitive multiplayer Sea of Thieves?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping it's good. But anyways, anybody else got anything from the Ubisoft Forward there?
Nah.
I have 3. I love Mario Rabbids, so I'm super excited for Mario to have 2 guns, be blasting on them fools. It's gonna be good. I can't wait. I love XCOM styled games. I think Mario and Nintendo, Ubisoft, they did a good job at like imitating that XCOM feeling. So I hope it's one of the games that I went back and replayed on my Switch just because I love it and the DLC. They have like a Donkey Kong DLC. Another honorable mention, the Republic Riders has a BMX update that looks really fucking cool. They teamed up with Vans and they're gonna do BMX content where it's basically gonna be like a BMX game inside of a game where you can do a whole bunch of different type of like this is a game that you can like do downhill racing, a whole bunch of different activities in that game. So I think that's gonna push me to buy the game. If it's out right now, it's over. I'm gonna be playing that. I'm gonna be doing little backflips on my BMX. That's cool. Then the coolest one that I thought was going to be, which we like competition against each other, is the Trackmania to consoles update. They're going to bring the new Trackmania game to consoles, which I thought was fun because we had a nice little fun with the Trackmania game.
Yeah, I stopped playing it because no one beat my records anymore. So I was just like, what's the point of continuing?
Yeah, but I'm hoping it's more of that.
I got a record you guys couldn't beat.
Yes. I beat all the records.
No, you didn't.
I have all the titles.
Tony,
I am top G.
There's one race where you gotta go through like water, and I've retried that like 50 times. And there was one time I hit that, I don't know how I did it. I was going so fast and I hit it at just the perfect angle that the car just skidded on the surface of the water, and I never lost speed. And I beat my time by like 10 seconds, and I was just like, I could never do it again.
Yeah,
and you guys couldn't do it. I remember you guys crying about it.
Yeah, that's the one I didn't beat.
You're like, how the fuck? No, he's like, I'm racing your ghost. How the fuck?
It's that weird glitch. You got lucky with it. That's it. Fuck it. Hold that title.
All right, Nintendo.
They showed us a lot of farming simulators. A lot of farming simulators.
Right? They're planning shit left and right.
Talk about that Zelda real quick, though. Let's get to the creme of the crop.
You want to go straight into the
best. Right into the Zelda.
Crazy talk.
No, if we're going straight to the best, we got to talk about Front Mission 1 and 2.
That's what the fuck I came here to talk about. Remake for them bitches, all right? Just for Tony right there. Mr. hating on a remake. Front Mission 1 and 2. I never got into those games, so I'm hyped to have an opportunity to play them,
Dude, same. If you put a game about mech fighting in front of me, I'm probably gonna like it. So this and then like with the RPG style, especially back when the Front Mission games actually came out, it's my jam. That is my shit right there. It was like RPG plus mech fighting. I'm in all day. So the remaking it's gonna let me relive parts of my childhood. It's gonna be good. I'm excited for this. Gonna have to dust off the Switch.
That shit.
And if you want to talk about another Square title that's in the same vein of a remake, you got the Crisis Core. I don't know if it's a remake, remaster. Also hyped for that.
Yeah.
They showed some gameplay. It looked good. The graphics look great. It's going to be fun. The timing of this is actually really good because they're going to come out with this in December, and you're going to get to play as Zack, and then Zack is going to have some impact on the Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 that's coming out. So it's like a lot of people didn't get to play this game on the PSP because who the fuck owned the PSP in America? And, the game wasn't well marketed. So I think they had some things going against it. The game was great. I loved it. So I think it's going to give people an opportunity to learn who Zack really is. And then when they jump into Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, they're going to, it's going to have a little bit more impact. I wonder if they're going to add any cutscenes to tie into the remake as well. Because in the ending, spoilers to Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1, in the ending, they show you the ending of Crisis Core and how Zack is going to walk into the story. So I wonder if they're gonna do a little bit more tying in there. You know what I'm saying?
Could you fucking spoil a remake? Come on.
You can because
spoiler for the remake.
It's a brand new ending. It didn't happen in the original game.
The story is different, man. We're getting some more deep Final Fantasy VII lore, and I fucking love it.
More deep shit is what it sounds like to me.
What about
Doughy? People jump in. Say what you're excited. I'll keep going.
What about
forever,
Sifu
baby.
and It Takes Two coming to the Switch? It Takes Two is a fantastic game.
Yeah, I didn't get.
I
to
only
finish
wish
that.
I beat it with my friends.
What do you mean? You continue that shit? You continue the story mode without me? Shit is ridiculous.
Yo, what a fucking liar! Where do you get the balls to make up lies like this?
That's a terrible cop
I have never
out.
played it again because you didn't play with me, Tony. That's how
Weren't you
honorable I
playing
am.
with this dick?
Piece of shit.
No.
No, I
We need to
asked him
finish
to
that
play.
shit.
I asked him. I wanted to start the game with somebody. I asked Doughy to play, but he didn't.
We
Yeah,
But no, I
played.
just never played it.
We played A Way Out instead.
Okay,
Because you know what? Tony also didn't finish that one, man.
I want
Me and Doughy
Someone's-
platinumed the way out in a day. We just went ham. We just played that shit like crazy. It was for better or worse. It was.
I think that once we hit 500 subscribers, we should do a live stream of Doughy and Tony playing through through A Way Out.
We won't
That'd
make
be
it.
hilarious.
We
We
will
won't
not
make
make
it. He'll be a way in. They'll be stuck in prison forever. Okay, no way out. We're fucked.
That Mario Kart Wave 3 deluxe booster course pass, whatever the fuck they want to call it, but the update, I guess that shit looks pretty dope. I
Just
still
give us
play
a new Mario
Kart.
Kart, you cowards.
No, what's wrong with it? I
I'm
think it's
cool
still
with
good.
this. Yeah, I'll take new tracks. If you're not gonna give me a new Mario Kart, you're giving me 32 new tracks. I'll take it.
I mean, that
If
is a
that's-
hefty update for sure.
Yeah, this one is gonna bring 8. Every wave brings 8 tracks, which is I think is great. You're gonna have
Couldn't the
32.
same development team just be working on Mario Kart 9 instead?
Yeah, I think they're doing that in the background, but I feel like it's so far out that they have to do this instead. Like they're porting all the. I don't even think you can get Mario Kart Tour on your phone anymore. I think that game is going like ass up. So they're bringing all those stuff to the game.
But isn't Mario Kart 8 from it was released on Wii U or something, right?
Yeah,
It's an old game, man.
It is.
Give us a new version.
It's been like a solid 7 years of Mario
yeah.
Kart 8.
Shout out to Splatoon, just released. Love that game too.
Splatoon 3 does look good. I could never get into those games, but it looks good for people that enjoy them.
It's fun.
Yeah. Let's talk about the fucking cream of the crop, top shelf
All right,
shit.
Factorio. Okay, a game I haven't gotten a chance to get into. It's a game. I love games about systems and like creating a thing that creates other things. The game on paper doesn't look interesting, but I think it's a game that'll feel interesting in the playing. And it's coming to the Switch, so maybe it'll give me an opportunity. It's on PC already. I just never really gave it a chance. So maybe it on Switch, I play it.
Can you
enjoy
go
it.
more in details? What do you mean you create things that creates other things? Like,
It's automation.
You'll enjoy the game, but it's like a big automative thing. Like you have this goal of, I don't even know what the goals are. You're trying to build something, and you have to it's crazy. You're like creating what are those things? All I'm thinking is a command line,
Conveyor belts.
a supply line,
conveyor belts?
no, yeah, it's like conveyor belts, obviously, but no, it's not what I'm thinking. But whatever. It's like you know how a bunch of people are standing on a line and they just work on one little part,
An
and
assembly
then
line.
Oh,
an
it's
assembly line. That's like how the game is. You're like crafting like these assembly lines, and these machines are interacting with the assembly line, and they'll produce a product. And then you could feed that into other stuff. And you're like creating these crazy networks of like machines that are like building things to basically produce, I don't know, you have different goals, I think, on levels or I'm not super specific on
And there's like a tower defense aspect to it too or something, right? Like I think there's creatures that attack the base. It looks
some
interesting.
weird-
It's not a game that really like speaks to me because like automation and shit like that is very boring to me when it comes to gaming. I do enough of that in my day-to-day life. I don't want to work on automation when I'm trying to relax. But some people enjoy that.
It's funny to me that Doughy made such an ugly face when I mentioned Factorio, but a game he's been playing lately is basically Cookie Clicker, Idol Slayer. Very similar concept. You're building up a thing to produce more of a thing so that you could buy and build more things to produce more things. It's the same exact thing. It's just more basic than Factorio. Factorio is just way more complicated. So I don't know. I think it's something that anybody could enjoy that, you know, that are into these types of things. I think you just got to give it a shot. And this is coming from the guy who hasn't even played the game.
There's a streamer that I watch called Destiny, and he plays it. I've seen enough. I've seen enough of that guy. I don't need to see anymore.
And it's co-op, and it's cross-platform.
I didn't know it was co-op, so look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
okay,
Nintendo 64 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games coming to Nintendo 64 on Switch, which I think is gonna be fire. Mario Party 1, 2, and 3, which is fire because Mario Party, 3 and 2. It's really good, man. Mario 3 has 70 all new mini games. It says on the front of the package. All right, GoldenEye 007, that's supposedly going to have online support for multiplayer, which is pretty insane.
Nintendo's online multiplayer is garbage, though, so I can't be fully excited about that.
Splatoon 3 is a big indicator of their online services. It's fucking so garbage. Excitebike 64. I've always wanted to play this game, never was able to rent it.
I think the game's mid. I've played it before. I don't remember it being good.
You're missing the best part. Pokemon Stadium.
No, come on, man. I'm getting to it, dude. 1080 snowboarding, which I also remember being decent. Pokemon Stadium 1
didn't you say there were 6 games coming?
He said 9.
9.
9. Yeah.
I don't know what my count is anymore. It's wrong.
I
Pokemon
said
Stadium 1 and 2
earlier. It's Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, which is
2 was fire.
I think is gonna be huge.
Yeah.
I think that is gonna draw a lot of people back in. I remember those games having a sense of being boring, but I remember playing them until I fell asleep.
They had a boring vibe, but they were cool.
Yeah.
And Pokemon Stadium had a feature where you could plug in.
Yep.
Like, I remember playing Pokemon Yellow on my TV through Pokemon Stadium or something like that.
Yeah.
There's like some attachment I could put the Game Boy game in the back of my remote. It was some weird shit like that. And yeah, that shit was fire. I love that shit.
It was like a 3D version of the game or something,
TV.
Right?
Nah, I think it was just straight up Pokemon, just a regular ass game. It was just on a big ass TV. It's probably like a 20-something inch TV back then, but you know, it wasn't my little ass Game Boy, you know.
I love the Stadium one, bro. That shit. That's the only game I can remember my mom actually sitting there playing with me.
Oh, that's cute.
Like
That's
no,
cute.
that's the only game my mom ever played. Like, she hates the video game. Well, not hate it, but you know, that's why I always like that shit.
Final game, Pilot Wings 64. Sorry for interrupting.
That's fire.
I went ham on the SNES Pilot Wings. I went to my mother's house on vacation, and all I did for a while was just play Pilot Wings on my SNES. The game gets crazy. You do a bunch of simulations on like flying this, landing that, and then it jumps into a whole war scenario where you got to drop bombs on different yeah, it's nuts. You're like destroying a thing, and you got to. I was like, this is fucking crazy. This turned into a war game. It was like you're just practicing for the war the whole time. I was like, I've never gotten this far in this game, so I didn't even know that this was like, you know, behind all the missions. You know what I mean? It was cool.
Yeah, that's actually pretty incredible.
The cover is so peaceful. The cover is just like a paraglider going through like a ring or something.
Damn.
Okay, Tony.
Now
What
we're doing top shelf shit here.
What is that?
Wait. Are we're still doing Nintendo, right? Because I have two more.
Of course.
Okay, cool. Go ahead. So wait.
Now do your thing. We're gonna end on the big one. So what do you got that ain't the big one?
Okay, Pikmin 4. Fucking crack, okay? What do you mean, bah? Yo, I'm sorry. You guys have no idea what good games are. Go.
No. I actually like Pikmin. I just don't like the Nintendo doesn't put any of their games on sale. So I got to pay $60 for not $60 experiences in my heart. So
facts.
Different games are going to be worth an amount of money. I find that the Nintendo experiences tend to be a bit too short for my money, and they don't go on sale. So I'm just always bummed out, you know? I don't know.
Cool story. Bayonetta 3 is also another one. Fire. Yo, very happy that we are even getting this game. If Nintendo didn't scoop this franchise up and give it life, we wouldn't even be seeing these. And I'm very excited for Bayonetta 3. It's going to be a good game.
Trash.
The amount of tits and ass in that game make me uncomfortable.
Anyways, let's get to
It
the
feels
fucking
weird.
crowd.
It feels weird.
Fucking Zelda. Tears of the Kingdom. Come on.
My favorite meme about this game was in the past, Nintendo was like, we're not going to release the subtitle of this game. So for the longest time, we just all called it Breath of the Wild 2 because we didn't have another name. They didn't want to release it because they were like, it's going to spoil the game. As soon as the queen died, Tears of the Kingdom. The kingdom is crying now that the queen is dead. I'm like, this seems calculated.
Are you saying that Nintendo killed the queen?
Yup. Maybe Link did. I don't know.
USA.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
But not fucking, I mean, the trailer didn't give me enough. I didn't feel like it gave me enough.
No, it was less footage than we saw before. It was like a 15-second tease with like the name drop. They gave the release date, so that's cool, right? Release dates
May
never
12th.
change, so that's obviously when it's going to come out.
Nintendo's pretty good with release dates. They'll keep things nebulous forever until they kind of have something they could kind of set in stone, you know?
Yeah.
I've never gotten a chance to beat Breath of the Wild either. I
Same.
played it on Pucho shit, but I never really. I might go back and actually try to play it. But
No, it's exciting. It's going to sell 1 billion copies. Like everyone's going to buy that game. It's super exciting. But I also haven't beat Breath of the Wild, so I'm not like that excited.
well,
If this game is anything like Breath of the Wild, I'm gonna love it. I love Breath of the Wild. They did a lot of things wrong, but so many things are so interesting and novel that it's so hard to hate the game. Like just cool things like, you know, there'll be like a thunderstorm and, you know, you have different weapons. If you have a metal weapon, it'll act as a
Lightning rod.
as a lightning rod. And you'll see like a little static, boom, you'll get struck by a bolt of lightning and you're like, what the fuck? And it's because you had your metal sword out. Things like climbing up rock walls when it's raining, he's more slippery, very annoying to deal with, but interesting as a concept. Like many games, I don't know, I can't think of a game that's done that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just cool stuff. You could chop a tree down, the tree falls over, and it'll act as like a log bridge. You know, now you could cross this like gap because the tree is like, you know, on two ends of the gap or whatever. Just little things like that. The environment was very dynamic. Skating down the side of a hill or a mountain on your shield was fire, even though your shield will break real quick. The durability goes down when you skate on it.
I hope they make a tweak to the weapon durability. That's the main reason I never beat Breath of the Wild, because I just got too annoyed at that.
Yep, same. It sucked. But like I said, they did enough cool things that I was able to enjoy the game.
That was one of the worst parts of the games for me, that durability bullshit.
I think it is the worst. Nah, the worst is that they didn't have any proper dungeons. They did all those shrines, and then you missed out on the most iconic part of a Zelda game, is like how each dungeon has its own like character to it, and everything was so samey in this game that it was like you're missing the heart and soul of Zelda for me. That was really shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, boys, let's go on to the big dogs, the big leagues here, video gaming. State of play. And I'm curious about this one game. I'm not going to start at the top. I'm not going to do top shelf shit real quick. I'm going to start at the bottom. Pacific Drive. Shit looks weird, but it's got my attention.
It looks cool as hell, dude. It looks like a spooky driving game. There was an indie one that I played where it's like a spooky driving game. You're like tracking like big, huge monsters and shit. It gives me some of those vibes, but I think this is more like post-apocalyptic, right?
Yeah,
it looks good.
It's post-apocalyptic. Yep, and I think they said Pacific Northwest. Mm-hmm. It looks great.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Weird.
I don't know exactly what it's about, but the mechanics look cool. That concept of jumping in and out of the car. You're driving through like some kind of level of natural disasters. Looks rad.
Brainstorm, fucking toxic bubbles and shit. Mm-hmm. Shit looks pretty cool. Also, they have the Project Eve game, Stellar Blade, or I think it's called, or
it used to be called
Stellar
Project
Blade?
Eve. Now it's called Stellar Blade, which is a pretty fire name, Stellar Blade.
And it's the
I don't know what about that. I don't know what about that name reminds me of like the PS1 era. There was like these very interesting names. I don't know. Now games have such simple names. I don't know.
What are you talking about? Various Day Life? What a good name for a game.
Trials of Cold Hard Steel.
Oh, I thought he was gonna switch it up. I also heard that they announced Neo, right? The developers of Neo coming out with a samurai game or some shit like that.
Are you talking
world.
about Rise of the
Yeah,
Ronin?
no, you're just gonna say it for everybody, bro.
Oh, my bad.
Let people get
I'm-
some inputs. You're just
Go
going
ahead, my
down the
bad, young boy.
Fire.
Yeah, fucking Rise of the Ronin. It's like this gritty samurai game with guns. It looks like there's some Assassin's Creed things, or maybe I'm mixing up the other game. I remember a guy flying on like a paraglider or something.
Yep.
It looked cool.
It looks
looked like a step in the more realistic direction for the Neo developers, which is more fun for me. I don't like all that
Yes.
yokai bullshit, Oni bullshit.
Damn.
It looks very cool, but it does have guns mixed with like melee weapons in it. And historically, most games that have guns mixed with melee weapons are kind of bad. Looking at you, Final Fantasy.
Wow. What the hell? Devil May Cry.
Which one was that? 8, 9? Which one was
8.
that one?
Yeah,
The
8
gun
had
swords,
the
yeah.
gun blades.
The gun blades. The gun blades were dumb.
Yeah, they were pretty dumb. But
Devil
When I
May
was a
Cry was
kid-
fire though.
When I was a kid, I loved them.
yeah, what is cooler than a fucking revolver with a massive sword on its as the barrel of the gun? That shit looked crazy as a kid.
Barrett with an entire arm that's just a gun.
That
way
was
cool.
also very cool.